Hey, it worked this time. Got a nice intro there. Jeez. Okay. Nothing like starting the stream by banging your microphone against a wall. Good job. Hey, Toxic, how are you? I'm doing all right. We're gonna get going in just a minute or two here. I can say that I'm greatly looking forward to formatting my computer and starting over, though. I seem to be running into more technical difficulties every time I try to stream. Okie dokie. Just one more second. I'm getting things set up. Who will win? The intro video or me? I win. There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to 2 Hour Track Challenge. My name is Ben, and I'm here to write a song in 2 hours with you, lovely people. So, what we need to do is we need to grab our timer. I've been working on a new timer. I was messing with it the other day, where I can set a time, and it actually changes the hex value of the background based on the time that's left. And yeah, it's going to be annoying to restore everything, and then I have it set to a hex value as well, just because it'd be fun. But I need to mess around with this a little bit more before I implement this as the official timer of the 2 Hour Track Challenge. I just think that it's fun. I was messing around with this a little bit yesterday. But the timer we're using today is the standard Google timer. I'll just toss this right there. So how is everybody today? I am doing well. I figure we've got like a minute left. Piano works. Does the synth work? It does. See, the problem is if I switch over to Ableton here, it all looks kind of screwy. So I'm going to try to avoid doing that. Hey, Em, how's it going? So do we want to name the animal first this time, or do we just want to start with something and then figure it out as we go? Either way, it's 4 o'clock. Let's start. Crabs. Crabs, huh? Crabs. What is the embodiment of a crab musically? Because the first thing that I think of when I hear the word crabs is the song title Crab Walk, which makes it kind of feel like this like funky jazzy tune. I guess what we can do is get some like ocean waves. Skittery. That's too much. It's too much wave. There we go. There we go. So we got like some ocean waves now. So we have like the of it coming in and the shh of it going out, maybe? I don't know. I'm just screwing around. Something skittery. Yeah, we can do that. Every second movement goes down a tiny little bit. This kind of sucks. I've never really made ocean waves before. I think they need to be a lot faster. Hey, Banana Man, there you are. I know I saw your name in there somewhere. I'm not using OCC because it does not work super well on this computer, unfortunately. So I'm just stuck with the stock Fama tracker, which is okay. But I think we're just gonna, we got the name already. I think we're gonna try it anyway. So let's go with Crab Walk and then just try to figure out how exactly that works. 2018-01-24 Crab Walk. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the ocean waves, but I figure it's a good start. Okay, so pluck. So we're going to kind of think of something kind of skittery and plucky, and I think the getting a basic instrument is a good start here. See what I can do inside FamaTracker. I don't really know how to, I mean, I guess I could import steel drums, but yeah, I don't know if I don't have those samples. Okay, I can make that slower, can't I? Actually, that's actually pretty good. Go like this. Yeah, it's a start. I might change that pluck a little bit. Come on, stop. Thank you. Yeah, this needs to be quieter. So it's like 3 to 4 to 3 to 1. I don't know. I might get rid of the waves altogether. I just thought that it would be kind of cutesy to do. Go like that. Go like that. So how's everybody doing today? I hope you've been having a good good Wednesday. I'm not sure if this is what we're sticking with so far. Oh, cool, Toxic. That's awesome to hear. Eh. I'm not sure where I'm going with that. I mean, the other thing with like skittery, it's like it can be a good call and response thing. You could have something like up and down like that. It's all exploring. Okay, the timer is going. For some reason, I thought I stopped the timer. Just doesn't seem super loud, which I don't really understand either. That sounds a little bit more crab-like. I just kind of like the idea of it loping a little bit, where it's like doom doom doom. I don't think we're gonna stick with the noise channel though. I think that that's gonna get more in the way than it's gonna help. Oops. There we go. Let that go a little bit longer. Yeah, the waves are cute, but they're not what I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah. Oops. Come on. There we go. Nope, this actually needs to get moved up. Like that. There we go. See, and of course, this is where using OCC and stuff with the actual swing in there would be very useful, but whatevs. It's cool. Yeah, no worries, man. Just kind of figuring stuff out right now. I was wondering what happened to you. Yeah, a couple people said hi, Banana Man. Other than that, it's just been kind of figuring things out. Catch you here as well. You show me how to insert quick pauses. Oh, the double lines. That is what was it? Backslash. It's like above the enter button. This isn't quick pause though. This is note release. So what this does is if you have an instrument test. So you have an instrument and you have a long thing like this. You have like a swell up. Just make it really long. You just have it like swell up like this, and then you want it to release. So you have a loop point, and then if you right click, you can have a release point. So when you hit a key, you'll see that it's looping inside this section right here. And this double line is actually the release. So if I do this, but I don't have a release until like here, it'll sustain that note. Well, if I do it from here. Well. So, and then the release will happen. So it's not like a quick release. The 1 dash is the hard cut. That'll just kill the note. That's the note off button. So yeah, I found that out pretty recently. I don't remember if I made a video for that or not, but yeah, it's very, very valuable when it comes to doing this kind of stuff. Yeah, I totally get it. I definitely did not fully understand it myself right away too. So. Just kind of messing around with stuff here. This should be like a 4-7-6 or so. And then, okay, we can get rid of the test here. Things are starting to take shape a little bit. So I want to get a hat and a snare in here. Really what I should do, if I was a smart person, I would actually create presets for all of this so I didn't have to recreate it every time I wanted to make one. But here we are. It's kind of just how this goes. That's actually pretty good. It's a start. It's always a start. So I've been, trying to diet a little bit. Super fun. I'm getting there. It's a work in progress. I've been weighing out all my food, which is actually kind of eye-opening as to like how much a serving actually is. And sometimes it's more than I expected, and sometimes it's a lot less. I was kind of surprised. Like I try to have like salads and stuff for lunch these days, and I was kind of surprised that the serving size for dressing was both small, but pretty much what I was doing already. So that's good news, I guess. Okay, so now we got this. So I want to do the... Nope. I want to make that a little shorter, actually. Cut this out by a little bit. So yeah, dieting's super fun. Oops, this needs to be like loud. Cool, it's getting there. I like how this is turning out already. That's too loud. Because I want this little snare fill to fill in the gap between this ending, because the snare hits when this ends, and then this comes back in. So this is kind of just a little interim thing. Oops. So this should be more of a triplet feel. So 2, 4. There we go. And we can spread this out a little bit more, I think. maybe not. Well, that's stupid in itself. There we go. One thing I don't do, and this is actually something that I'm really bad at, is repeat the same note. When I'm doing like melodies or something else, like repeating that same note is sometimes very important. So I'm going to try to do that more often. And then switch it up a little bit. So how do you guys like this so far? Is this what you're thinking about when you think of a crab walk? Well, aside from that. Boop. And then boop. Go like that. This needs to be CA. It's getting there. Okay. I'm going to just put this guy in here as kind of a lead-in. Okay, so what I can do now is we can copy this and paste it into a new pattern and iterate on it a little bit because I think that would be fun. So with the hat, I think we can get a little funky with it and have like an open hat. Not really. Okay, so we'll have to make one, which is fine. Open hat, pretty simple. Let's have it like this. Just have a little bit of a volume drop, and then actually we could just use those fancy loop points that we were just talking about. Just go like that. There. So now, there we go. And then there. A little bit higher pitch. There we go. A little bit higher volume too, I think. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm really glad that some people find the value in watching these VODs. Because it's super fun to make this stuff, and I wanna make sure people can experience it in their own way. And I'm glad that I have the capacity to save these VODs and share them. Okay, so I don't really need this here. Yeah, completely agree. Yeah, that's I really like watching other people work, and I think I've said this before, but I was inspired to start this series from other musicians like Mr. Bill and Tom Cosm, who like started streaming this stuff 5 or 6 years ago, and sometimes it wasn't even streams. Like they would release a video being like 2 hours of production, no commentary, and I watched those, and it's just mind blowing. Yeah, for sure. Okay. I kind of want to just do a little bit more call and response for a lot of this stuff, so Basically what I'm doing is I'm iterating on the original concept, and then we can work on this from there. I'm also realizing that I should manage my swing a little bit better. No, sometimes it's good to be asynchronous. Because right now, like, these are delayed by 3 and the triplets are 2/4, so things are going to get kind of weird when we mix the two, but that's, I mean, that's okay too. I don't have a problem with that. Might as well make sure I defined my volumes just in case I need to change them later. I kind of want to make this pluck a little bit longer too. I feel like there's more volume we can get out of this. Let's see if that kind of ruins it. Kinda. It's not much of a pluck if there's no curve, is there? There. That's better. And I might stick with the default 2A03 for this, just because I like the challenge of making stuff in the bass system. Nice. Yeah, like it can be tough. I'd love to get more into the like recomposing or doing covers of songs, just because there's so much to learn. Like there's a lot of technical stuff going on in there. Yeah, there's just so much to just to take in. Okay, so with this, I want to delay this by a little bit. Yeah. So by delaying this release, that makes the hi-hat feel a little bit more open. All right, now I need to fix that too. 2/4. Okay. For some reason I was trying to like work the rhythm out in my head, and it just was not working. Oops. Grab this guy, put him here. Cool. Okay, and I want to make this a little bit more snappy, so I'm gonna cut these off. There we go. Okay. I don't know if this will work. Again, it's like learning to repeat notes. Yeah, that works actually really well. Okay, so now I want to, because the melody is pretty simple. Nope. Yeah, so maybe we can just like bust this out into its own like full melody that lasts the whole thing rather than bouncing back and forth between here. And then we can have an arpeggio in pulse 2, and that's something that I don't do very often either, is add arpeggios. So that would be kind of cool. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we'll get rid of all this. And I want the bass to get a little bit less active. Oops. And how does this cut? I want to make sure that it's consistent so it cuts right here. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, okay, so first of all, I did a lot of things wrong here. This needs to be a 4. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Every time. Cut. Okay. Okay, just do a little fill here. And I think we should be set. Make sure, okay. Yeah, so 455. That's I like that a lot. Okay. And hopefully it doesn't get in the way of this. Oops. Okay, we can do a little bit of a unison here to... I don't know if that's going to work. Let's find out. There's an interesting little tonal shift there. I kind of like it. So these FamiTracker streams are a lot different from the Ableton ones. There's a lot kind of more dead air, which is okay. Like there's no real problem with that. I don't know if that run works. Yeah. It gets a little out of control right here, which I kind of like, but it's like yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. For some reason, the instrument was not. It's like things weren't tuned right in my brain. Hey, Pizza, how you doing? Oops. And go like this. I don't know if I like that second part. Right. Rhythms, Ben, how do they work? There we go. I'll play the whole thing in a sec. Okay, so right now, we determined very early on that the animal that we're doing this time apparently is crab, and so we called it crab walk. So we're going to add a little bit of a pad right here. Yeah, a little bit. Oops, yeah, it would help if I actually set the loop points in this, wouldn't it? This should be more like something like 5 and much higher pitched. And possibly a different duty noise. I don't think that'll make a difference. It's like a ringtone. Make it more. I don't think this will. Nope. Oh my god, I'm hitting every wrong key. There we go. Yeah, and then we're gonna go. Hey, Jamination, how are you? So this should be a little bit more smoothed down, I think. Oh, thanks very much, man. Appreciate that. I'm glad that you enjoy it. It means a lot to me. There we go. Try that. Okay, so then we can kind of... Oh, chiptune, yeah. Well, I'm sure you found my YouTube channel through the How to Use Family Tracker series, but I hope that you're able to get some value out of that. Just because there's it's a complicated program that you can get a lot out of. Oops. Okay. I kind of wanted to emulate this, so it's kind of like a little... Yeah. Okay, so now we got that going. Let's iterate on it one more time. Oops. So that needs to get lowered in volume. I don't know if this is going to work, just adding some random notes. Just adding some crazy notes in there. But you know, crab walk. Nah. So we're at G4. This feels like this needs to resolve right here. Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of what I've been doing, excuse me, a little bit, and I like that a lot, but I don't wanna make it too crazy. Yeah, exactly. So we getting there. How about this pizza just for you? There we go. Although this should be right. Where should that be? I'm kind of running out of space in this frame. No? Unless we go like that, but I don't think that's going to work. Nope. There's like... No, I don't think it's going to work there. That's cool. And I've been editing the wrong one, haven't I? Yep. Just like an idiot. Yep. God, I do this every fucking time? I don't know how I keep my head on straight sometimes. Yep, I was editing the wrong one here too, although this is just really one note. Jesus. Hey Brandon, how you doing, man? And then yeah, okay, we'll have kind of a big lead up here. I'd add like a basic kick or something, maybe. I don't know if we're going to add like a triangle kick or just kind of do a simple noise one. Oh yeah, man. It was cool. Did I apologize. Yeah, I talked to you. Brandon Hale. Sorry. There's so many people at MegFest for one. And I can't keep everybody straight. I try really hard though. I'm not a person that can match names and faces very easily. You know what this room is missing? Bam. So I think that what we can do is we can move this over here, and then we can create like a little bit more of an upbeat bass, because as much as I like triangle basses, it's sometimes they're very round. Thanks, man, and thank you. These need to be 7. I hope y'all are doing okay today. There we go. Can I lower this another octave? Can I do it? Can you do it? Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I can make it loud enough, though. Okay, so in this part, it's going to be some pretty basic kick, snare combo. Because we gotta get into the meat of the song at some point. That tender crab meat of the song at some point. Just go like this for now. We can fill it out a little bit later. I knew somebody would appreciate that. There we go. So we'll have kind of just a simple thing there. Okay. Nope, 2. Got to do that sideways chromatic movement, right? That's what Pizza told me to do anyway. This can be just like a total tonal shift, and that's kind of cool. Oops. What am I trying to go to here? That wouldn't work. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, and like it's whatever. We're just gonna do things until the song's done. So if we wanted to like attach a story to this or something, there's like this little bitty crab walking around. And then like the big bad crab comes in and scolds him or whatever, something dumb. Da-da. I think this will work. Thanks. For some reason, like the button on my shirt keeps getting stuck on my headphone cable, and it's driving me a little crazy. Cool. Okay, so we're kind of getting something new here. We can add kind of a pluck maybe here. Yeah, okay, so we can tie these up to the snare. We only really need one volume here. This is a good little run that goes here. It's a happy little run, right? I really don't want to force the meme, but I like it when people say that I'm like the Bob Ross of music. Or streaming anyway. It makes me very happy. So we got to have another little part here. So this should be here. Okay, yeah, I got it. And then this can fade out. So we can just do F, and it's just like CA. It helps if I actually add the swing to these, though. Yep. Cool. I like that shadow. I completely agree with it too. Yep. I actually think we could get away with putting this right here. And because more offbeat stuff is better. Yeah. Okay. I want to add a couple little fills here for hats and other fun stuff like that, but for the most part, I think we can just keep on cooking with a little bit more back and forth between Happy Crab and Mad Crab. Kinda, yeah. I am totally okay with that persona, but I got my hair cut, so it's not all puffy anymore. Used to be all puffy. Sorry, my nose itches. I'm not like trying to pick my nose on camera. I promise. If I did, you couldn't stop me anyway. Ooh, I think I switched to water. Okay, so we gotta iterate on this one more time. I don't really drink beer, honestly. It's not like I don't have anything against it. It's just it doesn't do it for me. I'm a very boring person when it comes to like alcohol and fun things. You know what I mean. It's not that I don't mind it, it just doesn't do anything for me. do like pizza. No, I see, that's the problem. Pepperoni and pineapple is something I really like. I actually recently have been getting pepperoni pineapple pizza with Cajun seasoning on it. Yeah. Yeah, Cajun seasoning. That's the ticket right there. Oops. Take care, James. Thanks for swinging by. I may or may not be around when you return. Just kind of working on this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing how this is going to end up. Oh, shit, I only have an hour left. Honestly, though, like, we've gotten pretty far in this. Like, we can finish this B section, go back to the A section, make, like, a little C section where things kind of, like, super raise in tension. All right. That gets a little too crazy, but there we go. How's that for crazy chromatic stuff? I'm just going to steal this. I'm going to steal it and put it in the right spot. And this is going to be... Is this bebop? I don't even know what it is. It's some kind of weird swing thing. It's called crab walk. That's all I know. Okay, so this is a little fucky right here. It's a little too much here. There's too many things going on. This is like going up chromatically. This is going all over the place. So one of these has to chill out, and I think it's going to have to be this one. Oops. There we go. I'm actually going to turn on a light real quick. Stupid winter. It's all dark. Okay, so instead of ascending like it did last time, I want this to descend. Or wait, did it descend last time? Or am I just going crazy? No, it's ascending, so. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to have, if we're going with the story or whatever with this already, like there's a happy little crab walking around, and then a big old mean crab comes by and starts giving him guff, and now they're going to get into a little argument. So what I want is like this measure to be the little crab, this measure to be the big crab, big crab, back and forth for a couple bars, and then it'll stop, and then it'll like move on from there. So how do I want to do this? So it'll be, and then the big crab will just have like, so I'm just kind of like blocking out the quote unquote conversation, if that makes any sense. This is getting highly abstract for a dumb song. But that's okay. There, so. Oops, you gotta add that swing. Yeah, so okay, I'm just kind of cleaning this up a little bit because I was a little fast and loose with, with adding all of this stuff. And it's these little details is what makes it interesting. So those are 9, 7, 9, and then 9, 7, 6, 8, 7, 6. Sure, it's probably a little better. Okay. So that's that theme. And I'll grab this theme. What is his theme? It's kind of this. It's weird that it starts on the 2, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, this takes a little bit of tuning, but I think what we can do is we can have kind of a call and response here. And it should work. And if it doesn't, Well, then we learned something. This is, it's like blackberry pomegranate high caffeine tea. It's the only time I really drink tea during the week is before this stream, because I don't like to be down. So it kind of helps me get motivated. And the fact that I don't drink tea a whole lot helps that kick way harder. So yeah, it's just kind of black tea, high caffeine black tea, which I like. No. I don't know where they are right now. They're probably sleeping on the bed. Oops. What was it? It's that's what I wanted. Oops. And then kind of like they start overlapping each other. I actually my secret to before streaming is I take a nap. I get off work at 3, and I try to sleep for like 15 minutes. Wake up at 3:45, get my tea ready, hit stream, and then we're good to go. Oops. Not yet. A couple people have suggested other trackers that I should try, so I do want to give it a shot at some point and make tutorials if I feel that it's necessary. I mean, one of the main reasons why I did the How to Use FamiTracker series is because there was such a gap in the knowledge for FamiTracker. So I was able to do something about that. And yeah, I would like to do more like basic tutorials on DAWs. That's too low pitched. Because yeah. Okay, so if we're doing no, parallel. Yeah. Kind of like they're agreeing while they're arguing, which is kind of funny. I don't know how this will sound. Actually, let me try it this way. Yeah. Let's lower this octave, though. There we go. And then the bass is just kind of be a bystander here. It's just like, whatever, guys, you fucking figure it out. Yeah, Renoise is definitely one. Sunvox, I don't know if that's a tracker though. I know some people have suggested Sunvox to me. I feel like this is a little too. This has like so much structure to it, and all of a sudden it's like kind of falling apart. Yeah, I guess that's a problem. Let's just listen to the whole thing. 48 minutes left, we're good. Yeah, this feels like it falls apart a little bit. So let's try to resolve some of this stuff. Da, 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 da. That's a little better. What key does this go into? This is like G. Yeah. Yeah, I like that this kind of turns into a harmony thing. I kind of want to keep bringing this into the next section a little bit. So it's like, oh, they settled their differences. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Something like that. I'm going to delete that. I just wanted to bring it in just so I can have... just so I can continue that harmony a little bit more. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I definitely want to learn more of this stuff. Yeah? How do you like it, pizza? Alright, I should probably do this too. You come running. So... yeah, I've heard some pretty cool things about it. I was trying to like switch who was the top and the bottom note for this. It's not working the way I want it. So we'll just go like that. Take care, Barry. It's good to see your name briefly. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Yeah, I do too. Thank you. Okay, so let's go back up here and grab one of the simple hat patterns because we just want something basic here. And see. Fan game dev. Yeah, Solar Loon. Yeah, I follow Solar Loon. I don't always get to check out his stuff, but I see that he streams quite a bit in Sunvox, and I'd like to check out more of it. Thank you for remembering the name because I couldn't for some reason. Yeah. Okay, and then we can just go back to this. And then I think we can just go like that. So how does this sound right now? Really like that because suddenly it recontextualizes because we're in C minor primarily. We're in C minor, but all of a sudden we have this this lead, and all of a sudden the bass goes like this and turns it into a major chord. It goes from C minor to G sharp major. So I think that was kind of cool. I didn't know if that was going to work, and it totally did. So yeah. I kind of want to capitalize that on that more. Because I'm very pleased with myself. On that one. Okay, so what I want to do now is I have this super funky ass bass line like right here, I think. And I just want to mess with this now. So we can have this new section here that's just that just starts like this. because I think it would be cool to like transition into that. So. Yeah. And then it can grab this that was never really used and bring it back to life. Ah, I am Dracul. Nowhere near Halloween. Okay, that's way too long. Yeah, I guess it really has to stay where it was. That's okay. Yeah. So I want to do like this and just kind of have it build up over 4 frames or so. And then really we can just kind of loop it back to the beginning at that point and we should be good. But okay. I don't know why I put an S0 there when I could just go like this. There we go. So I'm just I'm doing like funky, groovy stuff like this is not exactly my forte, so just kind of messing around with what works here and what doesn't. Excuse me. Hey, generic juice box. Someone who knows almost nothing about music but wants to get into making some. Oh man. Okay. Let's start with a different question. What type of music do you want to make? Do you want to make like movie trailers? Do you want to make video game music? Do you want to make your own custom like songwriting, like lyric stuff? Like there's a lot of different tracks. Like if you think about it like a video game, like an upgrade tree, like there's all these goals, and yeah, the starting ones kind of start in the same place, but once you start to branch out, like learning how to write a movie score is very different than an EDM song most of the time, depending on the movie, I guess. So it's where do you plan on starting? That's a good question. Counter question. Video games specifically. Okay. Well, if you want to learn to write music, the best way is to sit down and do it. And that sounds very ambiguous. It sounds kind of like a cop-out. But like the best way I've found to learn something is to just get over get over myself a little bit. And I'm not saying that you have you have to get over yourself or anything, but I know that I'm super scared about doing something that's new. And it helps if I just kind of sit down and force myself to do it, which is like these 2-hour track challenges. I think this is a perfect example of that. If you need to learn something technically, like if you need to learn like how FL Studio works or how Ableton works or how FamiTracker works, that's a little different. So there's 2 things you need to learn right off the bat if you want to start writing music. You need to learn how your tools work in like if you have FL Studio or FamiTracker or whatever, that's your tool. Yep, exactly, Shadow. So you need to learn how your tools work, and then you need to learn how your craft works. And learning how your craft works is like learning music theory, learning just kind of general tonality. And like when people say music theory, it tends to scare a lot of people away. And music theory can be as simple as just understanding scales, like just understanding, you know, what makes a scale, what makes chords. Like the really basic stuff is all you need right away. And you honestly don't need a lot to get pretty far in music. When you start doing more complicated things like this, which, you know, I did intentionally, but I was very surprised that it actually worked. Like that's a different story. Like when I did this little thing, I don't know if you're here for this, but just how the bass comes into the stuff. Yeah, exactly. A little bit is enough for a lot of people. That's a very good way of putting it. So the 2 things that I would start with is I would sit down and learn a DAW, either FL Studio or Ableton or Sunvox or FamiTracker or whatever. And then I would sit down and learn just the very basics of music theory. And you can find a lot of very good tutorials on music theory on YouTube. And you know, there's music theory everywhere. I actually have, yeah, if you wanted, I'm making a mess. If you wanted these 2 books, Idiot's Guide to Music Theory and Music Theory for Dummies, highly recommended. I recommend, and it sounds weird, but I recommend getting both because like Music Theories for Dummies is strong in one part and weak in other parts, and the Idiot's Guide to Music Theory is strong in the parts that the other book is weak. So I would highly recommend checking out one of those books, and if you still feel like you don't have the knowledge, checking out the other book, because you will get a very good understanding of the basics of music theory from both of those. So that's highly recommended. And then, yeah, just getting used to your DAW. The best way to learn, I found, is to make covers, to make remixes, to basically not focus on, don't worry about creating original content right away. Learn how to use your tools. I learned FamiTracker by basically making covers of chiptune music that I made in Ableton. So I had all of the notes. I just needed to translate them into FamiTracker. And that was a very long process, but that's what taught me how to use FamiTracker, because I didn't have to worry about being creative. I just had to sit down and transcribe, and just had to copy notes over and be like, okay, well, it's shorter here, so let's cut this one shorter, and let's add a swing and do all this other stuff. So that's how I recommend learning basically anything creative, to basically separate the creative process and the mechanical process right away. Because if you try to make something original while you're learning the software, you're going to get very, very frustrated. And trust me, I know that's how I learned Ableton, and it drove me nuts. I love Ableton, but it drove me nuts. Yeah, of course. Oh, dude. And I've said this before, but the point of this stream is to help people. If that timer over there If that timer hits 0 and I'm not done with the song, I don't fucking care. It's not like I'm gonna quit YouTube. I'm not gonna like, well, I guess I failed this one challenge. I'm done making music forever. It's not. That's not how this works. Like I'm here to offer advice. Bob Ross music, 10 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm totally down for answering questions. Like, obviously, if I spend the whole 2 hours talking and not working on music, that'd probably frustrate myself and other people. But taking 5 minutes to actually genuinely help somebody out. Oh, thanks for hosting me. Yeah, I'm totally down for helping people out. Cool. Okay, so now let's add another layer to this. How you doing, Mimi? Oh, God, this damn shirt. You know what? It's a button shirt. Ha! Now I got not getting stuck on my headphones now, you stupid shirt. I like snap buttons. Somebody better make a gif of that. Food stream, yep. Banned. Exactly. I'm definitely not the first person that says that, but I live by it. There it is. There it is. Yeah. But yeah, if anybody like has more questions about that stuff, I'm totally down to answer it. Because I want to help. I got 25 minutes left. Like this song is basically done. I'm just kind of padding out the back end because everybody likes a little padding in the badonk. Okay, so this could actually be, how do you go about finding music clients? That is a very good question. I'll be honest, most of them are people that I know, and I am actually going to self-promote my creative exploration series a little bit because I talked about this. I have, yeah, here we go, finding work. I'm not going to play it right now, but I highly recommend checking that one out because I talk about how I find work. I can give you the cliff notes of it. I find work by being a game developer, and that doesn't mean that I'm a very good one, but that means that I understand the craft, and I go where the game developers are. I go on the Reddit's r game dev. I go on some Facebook groups for game development. And I be a person. I be somebody who's interested in the art of game development, and because of that, I am able to forge friendships, and not like sociopathic friendships where it's just like, oh yeah, we're totally friends. Do you want to do work with me? Not like that. It's actually like I genuinely make friends with people, and that is a big part of it. Actually, let's cut, paste, cut, paste. Yeah, exactly. And I might have made this comparison inside of the episode itself, but if you have a cup of sugar and two people want that cup of sugar, like need to borrow it for something, one of those people is your friend and the other person is a stranger. Who would you give that cup of sugar to? Would you give it to the stranger? Or would you give it to the person who you know and trust and actually have a relationship with? I think that that's a very, very good way of describing how you get work, because eventually a game developer will have a cup of sugar. They will need music done. Are they going to go and find a bunch of randos on the internet, or are they going to go to their good friend who makes games, but not necessarily makes games, but their good friend who is interested in game development and also makes music? Like that is the thing. And now I should also append that with, like, I haven't had a ton of jobs. I've had a lot of decent jobs, but I haven't had a ton of jobs. Like, my workload is very light right now. But that's how I've gotten almost all of my jobs, except for one. And the one job that I got that wasn't from word of mouth or friend of a friend, it was because both, if possible, Brandon. The one job that I got that was not from word of mouth, I got because I was on Reddit's Our Game Dev, and somebody posted a trailer like of their game, and the audio in it was not very good for sound effects. And I sat down and I wrote a very long post why that audio wasn't good, and not only why it wasn't good, but how you can fix it. And that developer actually came in touch with me, and I wasn't a jerk about it or anything. I was like, okay, these are the things that I find wrong with this, and this is how you can fix it. And the game developer actually got in touch with me, and I have worked on sound effects for like 4 games for them. 3 games, some music, 1 trailer, mostly sound effects. But it was probably one of the best paying jobs that I got over the last couple of years. And that was just from being nice and offering that information for free. But because I offered the information and the solutions, he got the impression that I knew what I was talking about. And because of that, he was like, okay, well, I could do this myself, but it would be a lot easier and probably better if he did it. And he got in touch with me, and we worked stuff out, and it was a lot of fun. Uncreative, I have done short movies in the past. There was one person that contacted me like a week and a half ago saying that he's going to make a short film, and he wants me to do some ambient stuff for it, but he never got back to me. So either he got distracted or something. I don't know. So yeah, I mean that's the best advice that I have. Go Giver. It's got some good points like that too. The Go Giver. No, I am going to write that down right now. Pro tip: always have a flippin' pen available. What the hell? All I have are Sharpies. Oh, broken ass Sharpies too. There we go. The Go Giver. Written down. Yeah. My Sharpie broke, which is too bad because this is a nice ass Sharpie too. There. Good enough. I'll find it. Okay. I mean, I could look it up right now too. I'm assuming that's what Bob Berg. Hi, everybody. My name is Bob Berg, and I wrote The Go-Giver, Expanded Edition, a little story about a powerful business idea. Yeah, James, I agree. And there's another creative exploration topic about working for exposure, and it's a controversial idea. And I think that the only time that you should work for exposure is when you are in charge of what that exposure is worth. If somebody is trying to force you into a job for exposure, then you should run away. If you have complete control over how much exposure you get, like if it's a very high-profile job, but they can't completely meet your budget, it might be worth it to take a small pay cut to get that job, because in the future, that exposure might get you more jobs. But if somebody is being like, well, you can work for me, but we're not going to pay you, and it's going to be real good for you, and even if it is good for you, you should never let somebody else dictate your pricing. You should always dictate your pricing. Now I'm cold. I'm buttoning my shirt back up. We're getting off on tangents. That's okay. This song is like basically done. Nice. That's awesome. I don't listen to podcasts, and I know I should. Ugh. Just kind of switching things up a little bit. Yeah, and then we're basically back. We're basically back at the beginning, and then we can do just a little bit of a trick here. Add an extra bar, and when I'm looping audio, I really like to, especially in FamiTracker, I like to add this little extra thing here. Yeah. The game will be on Steam. You know, that platform there you have to market the shit out of anything to get any kind of traction. Steam 5 years ago was fucking amazing, and these days it is, if you get on Steam, it doesn't matter. Still have to market your game. Yeah. Okay, so this song is basically done. Let's listen through it. Let me just make sure I got everything. Yeah, and James, I've had plenty of those too, and I have a very, very hard time saying no. And for a while I didn't, and I wouldn't say that I got screwed over, but I filled up my, yeah, I do plan on putting Color Jumper on itch.io at some point, but I have to like extract all of the Steam stuff out of it, because I think if I load Color Jumper right now, without removing all the Steam stuff, it just won't load at all. But yeah, I've definitely had jobs, too many jobs. Like in 2015 and 2016, I said yes to a ton of projects, which was great. It was awesome to have work. It was awesome to have a ton of work and feel like I was making it in the industry. But all of those jobs I took in 2016, early 2016, I'm finally finishing all of them up. Like right now I have like 5 or 6 songs left. Like I completely overworked myself, and 2017 was just a nightmare because of it. Itch.io is great. It's like indie Steam. That little conversation can be tuned a little bit more. Kind of like this, yeah. It's kind of chill. Yeah, okay, so a couple problems. First of all, try again. Yeah, okay, that loops way better. We got a rogue vibrato in here, though. Where the hell? Oh, there you are. There you are, you sneaky bastard. There you go. I do too, Brandon, but I'm kind of running low on time. And like I'm totally down for coming back to these songs at some point and expanding on them. Okay. These, I think the problem is that these are too short. Should be like that. Yeah, that's way better. That's better. Okay. And the other part. Let's turn this into a triplet as well. That's such a weird... Oh, okay. Okay. What am I doing? There we go. There we go. Okay, what was happening there is I was going... Which technically is right, but what I wanted to do... Instead of... So what happens with octaves, and I think if you're not familiar with music theory, an octave is the like going from C to C. And like from a pure music theory standpoint, those are basically the same note. So they're interchangeable, but that doesn't mean that you want to jump like I was trying to do before, because I was going up, and then I was basically, instead of going F, G, G sharp, I was going F, G, G sharp down an octave. So the melody was rising, and all of a sudden I jumped down an octave, and it was just weird. But what I can do is I can go, and that way the melody peaks, and then starts going down. And since it's going down now, I can jump an octave down from G to G. And because it was going down, that jump from G to G is a lot more smooth. And yeah, sometimes jumping like octaves like that is useful, but in this case, it was very awkward. Like everything with music theory is all guidelines. There's no rules. If it sounds good, then you did it right. But traditionally, like how I make melodies, they're very smooth. And that sounds okay. It doesn't sound bad. It just doesn't sound the way I wanted it to compared to... Yeah, so... Oh shit, there's only 10 minutes left. You guys saying that I'm predictable. do like this second section a lot. Cool. I think I'm also going to just go like this. Cool. I think we're done. This turned out pretty cool, actually. This is actually a pretty long song, too. It's going to be like a minute and 15 seconds or so. Yeah. Peace. Why I do it all the way through, because I done fucked up. I done fucked up right here. That's why I have to listen to it all the way through, because I know that I forget stuff like that. Cool, we done. Let's work on mastering this. For what it's, I mean, what little mastering there is with this. Okay, let me pop over to desktop. Things are going to look weird. That was an arpeggio that I was not canceling. Where is primary monitor? There it is. Filters. Boop. Boop. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my desktop. It's messy. Get rid of that. Yeah. Cool. Audio effects. Audio effect rack. Chiptune mastering. Alrighty. Are you going to pop up? It's loading. Are you going to pop up? And we're back. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the 2-hour track challenge. Fucking A. One thing I do like about YouTube is that it'll stitch that together, but come on. So, hi everybody. Sorry about that. OBS is a pile of junk sometimes. Simple mastering, but that's really all you have to do with this. Cool, and then we can render that out. So sorry about that. My viewer count dropped, but that's because that's just how Restream handles things. Actually, how about I just do the fade out in here? So this is 3 loops, which makes it like a 4-minute long song. So yeah, Restream is pretty great. Yeah. That's EQ'd subtle compression. So this is the start of the third loop. So I figure I'll fade out like right here. So boop, doop, doop, boop, boop. And then we'll take the fades and just go, and pretty much done. Let's just, let's make this fade a little bit more like that. There. Yeah, that should be it. So yeah, the effect. This is the effect change that I basically use for all my mastering. I have an EQ, which in this case kind of dips the mids a little bit, and the highs, and boosts the bass because everybody likes a little bass in their chiptunes. Some light compression for all of this. It's all very light compression. And then a glue compressor at the end just to make sure that it's actually going up to the correct volume. And that's basically what I do for all of the mastering for all my songs, which isn't ideal, but it works well enough. Don't look. That's the Patreon only album that you can't look at. You'll never hear it unless you're a Patreon patron. Ha! I win. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of... There. Now I got my piano back. Yay! I was actually playing piano the other day. It was a lot of fun. The looped version? Yeah, the loop version I extract from this. So this is basically the MP3 version. Yeah, Maximizer is something that I've heard of. I don't think I've used it though. I might have it in FL Studio. And I'm not, honestly, I love dynamic range. Like, I'm all about like not brick walling stuff, and you're welcome, Brandon. I'm happy to help. I'm going to be around for like another 15 minutes or so. So yeah, I do it in Audacity because I don't always trust Ableton to properly crop stuff. So I just do it here because it's easier for me. I'm old. Plus this way I can add metadata and stuff, which is something, not that I add a ton of metadata, but whatever. So MP3 file, and then I can find the loop points, which are like... Two, three, four, right here. You gotta zoom all the way in and snag it. And then... Yep. And then zoom all the way in. I should really like tie that to the mouse wheel or something. That would make my life way easier. And then if I shift click, it should loop perfectly. Mwah. Okay, so then I just export audio. Loop. Why do I have an underscore there? What kind of a monster do you think I am? And then save an OGG file, because everybody's a little bit of an OG. There. And then we are done with Audacity. We have our final songs. All this stuff I can... So I did this last night. Looking forward to posting that on Monday. It was a good time. And this is Friday's Creative Exploration. I like that thumbnail. I'm getting weirder with my thumbnails because it's fun. So, I guess in this case, now I can go Dev Andy GS. Thank you so much for the follow, crab. I a little bit of piano, Dev Andy GS, and also everybody owes you a dance party. I forgot to do this last time. Dev, thank you. It's Andy, not Dev. I should probably call you Andy. Andy. So yeah, I was playing with a Thank you so much for the follow, Andy. Oops. What is this? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it very, very much. No more lights. It's fun to have those tied to my phone. So I'm finding a picture of a crab. That's perfect. Glad you liked it. Let's make a music video. So doing these music videos has been pretty easy because they all have kind of the same theme to them, like aesthetically. So video production, 2-hour track, time lapse. It's not a time lapse anymore. I can probably change the name of that folder, but whatever. I don't need to relink anything because I'm just gonna go like here. Or no MP3 file? Okay, whatever. And then relink this crab. I did make a template for this season. I could just leave it like that, and that would be basically it. Except for, you know, changing the text. It's not Fat Cat. It's Crab Walk. And it's not the 17th. It is the 24th. Which would make sense because 17 plus 4 is 24. Pizza. I got this. Also, I think the song is... When does the song stop? Oh, I can find here 2 minutes and 43 seconds. So it's a little shorter, but mostly because... What? 17 plus 4 is 24. What? Is that what I said? Shit. Now everybody knows I'm a dumb. Nobody, don't tell anybody else that I'm a dumb. That's our little secret, all right? That is a Bob Ross thing to say, isn't it? That'll be our little secret. Okay, so I'm going to change the color cycle on this. Make it more crab-like colors. So give me some reds. Listen, math is my strong suit. I like math a lot. I just streaming and math. That's a little different. No, it's a 2-hour track challenge. I can do whatever the hell I want. This is my stream. Okay, so we got that, and then I think there's like, yeah, there's some of this stuff. So we can go to the end here and be like, crab. Ugh, carbonic. I know, I'm so slow, right? It's not exactly 2 streams. It's 1 interrupted stream because OBS crashed. And 2. For those who aren't familiar, which would probably be everybody who's not in my Discord, you should join the Discord, by the way. I am planning something called the 2-Hour Album Challenge, where I am trying to set up a community of people to do the 2-Hour Track Challenge simultaneously. And at the end of it, we'll compile it all into an album. And then we'll have an album together. And we will sell it, not sell it, but we'll put it on Bandcamp. And if somebody contributes money to that album, I will donate that money to a local animal shelter. So Discord. So if you're interested in participating in a 2-Hour Track Challenge sometime in February, I highly recommend that you join the Discord and let me know that you're interested, because I will add you to the user group. Totally carbonic. Yeah, I think this one's done. Like, it's not fancy. Is the color cycle not working? Doesn't seem like the color cycle's working. Input phase. No, it is. It's just going slow. Cool. Oh, and it stops there. What the F? I can kind of go bananas with it in there. Yep, take care. I'm actually pretty much done. This video's done. We got the right name and the right date, which is really all that I care about for this. And then, what was the original picture? I'm actually going to brightness contrast this a little bit so the background is a little bit more washed out. Well, that just makes the crab look poopy. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, just leave it like that. Yeah, so I think that is the end of the stream for today. This was super fun. Oh man. So yeah, if I'm going to do my spiel that most of you are probably very familiar with, but if you wanted to get in touch with me outside of the stream, you can hit me up on Twitter at Ben_Burns. That's BURNES. If you wanted to download this song and the 110 other songs that we've done for the 2-Hour Track Challenge, including several albums and unreleased stuff, you can hit my Patreon up at patreon.com/Ben_Burns, BURNES. $1 a month will get you everything on the site. And a couple extra perks as well if you donate more than that. In addition to the music, you'll also be supporting the YouTube channel and all the educational content that I create therein. Aside from that, this has been the 2-Hour Track Challenge. We have made a chiptune song. This is almost the end of the month of chiptune. We have one more stream to go next week, so we've got to think of another animal to make next week. It snowed 2 days ago, and I kind of wanted to do a song called Snow Shark. I don't know how that would work, but for some reason that's a very funny concept to me. But that's something we can figure out next week. So next week at Wednesday, we will have, next week should be a bear. We can try that. You guys think about it. I don't name the songs, you guys do. So yeah, next week we will have one more Family Tracker song, and then we'll be going back to the regularly scheduled Ableton stuff, which is convenient because Ableton 10 comes out the day before the 1st February stream. So I'm going to try to format my computer and get my computer all nice and working again. It seriously takes OBS like 3 restarts before it works properly. It's stupid. Anyway, I hope you guys had fun. I should be around on Saturday for a stream then. I'm going to try to showcase a couple games and other stuff, just because there's stuff that people have given me that I want to show off on stream. But we'll see. It depends on if I get the codes and stuff in time. Anyway, it's been fun. I hope you guys had fun too. I'll see you next time. Take care.